this is not about what I look like, okay? I'm getting a download, and I needed to come on and transmit, download, translate, bring the message, okay? So here it is, here it is, here it is. We're in the like throes of eclipse season. There's so much change, so much like letting things go, so much allowing things to, like, it's like I'm hearing that like final chord of a song, like that resolve of a song, that like the exhale of it is so, it is so, and it's eclipsing into, on the other side of that, passing through, is a new thing. And I just wanted to come, and this is a message for the light workers, for the ones who, this is for you, okay? And you'll know it's for you because what I'm about to say will be your story. And if it's not for you, it's for somebody else, and you can send them massive love and massive energetic support for the work that they've done collectively in order to transmute energy. And half the time they were transmuting energy, maybe this is you, okay? So those who this message is for, you've been transmuting energy in your life in ways that you didn't even know. At times you didn't even know, when you didn't know, in ways you didn't know, because you were sent here to, and here's the main piece of the message right here. But stick around, because there's an activation and a declaration and a quantum intercession that we're doing that I just got done doing. And I didn't take the time to put myself together in terms of how to look like anything for the YouTube, because it's like I worked out, I showered, I worked, and then all of a sudden I'm getting all of these transmissions and doing this soul work. So that's what this is about. This is what I look like when I don't do nothing, okay? And I'm busy doing a million things. So here it is. We're here. We give thanks for this transmission, and I just declare, decree, manifest, and pray that it would reach every person that it's meant for, that every soul that was meant to hear this, that it would find them, override said algorithm, override said whatever, allow it to reach the people that it's meant for. This is eclipse season. This is a massive shift in energies, and I want to just congratulate every single light worker and starseed and spirit divine one, and however you quantify yourself. You are a divine soul here to so we all know the whole point is to ascend, the ascension, the bringing up collective consciousness, to rise the vibration of this place. If you want me to pull Bible out, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. And what we read in Genesis 1 is that we know that there was a sect of the angels that were threw down, like expelled from heaven. They went into this dark place, and the face of the Spirit hovered over the deep. And so then there, if you look at the story and look at how it's playing out, it's as if those additional angels that were up in the heavenlies were indeed now sent into that dark place in order to illuminate it. How do they do that? Through the righteous refiner's fire that resides within their beings, through that perfect righteous plumb line that comes from a higher place. Bring me a higher love, oh, bring me a higher love, oh, oh, na na, that's what I'm dreaming of. Okay, so that higher love. So this is you. This is the message. This is you. This is the message. You came here to weave into, imagine a specific strand of divinity. Imagine a specific sound of frequency in terms of the perfect frequency. Like, imagine that your soul is a frequency itself, okay? And imagine that you knew you were coming here in order to establish it in this realm, and that you were sent to do that. Imagine that you were sent to do that. And so that is why, and forgive me on this live, I won't be able to read the comments because it'll pull me off the channel, like off of this channel. But I'll do another live sometime where we can all chat, okay? But when I'm flowing, if I stop and read, it might pull me off of the vibe, because it's literally, it just like comes and then it comes out. Okay. But I'm so glad you're here, and I thank you for being here and stick around, because the message is real and it's for you. And there's an activation, there's an instruction that came with this, which is why I went live. I don't know, I felt the nudge to go live as opposed to just recording it. There's something about this here now moment, in this now moment, in this now moment. And it's for whenever it finds you, you can trust that it's for your in this now moment. In this now moment, you've had to walk through life. So here's here is the validation, is that maybe you feel like your life is this conglomerate of confusion, of like, apparent failures, of apparent relational, just like misses, it's like, why can't anything just, it's like you start things and then it's like but it doesn't seem like anyone around you is able to match your frequency. And for the people that this message is for, it's very likely because you were sent here with a very distinct soul frequency from the divine, and it was your purpose here to be the pioneer. It's like you're the pioneer carrying that song. You're the pioneer carrying that frequency. You are paving the path. You are paving the path. You are paving the path with that specific soul song, which is a divine frequency. I'm trying to use verbiage that will make sense to us, because it's like a concept that I don't really have language for. So I'm just going to be using like linear concepts. Okay. So I'm using things like sound, like you had a specific sound, and it is a sound that wasn't like already resounding yet, or very loud, or it's been trying to be suppressed by the powers that be, which is why so much came up against you as you were continuing on in your life. And it's like, and just when you think that you're getting a breakthrough, it's like, whoa, and by the way, we do not align with that story of perpetual perpetual difficulty or anything like that, because we know it is written that something might come up against you like 7 times, but then, there will come a release where you're able to anchor in. It's like we've been anchoring in that soul frequency blueprint that's yours to carry, that was your thing to bring here. And people couldn't reside there with you, the ones that you know of, because it was such a unique, distinct sound, and it's such a unique, distinct frequency. And it was your thing to protect, and it was your thing to keep pure, and it was your thing to carry. And yet you have all of this stuff, the pollution, the relationships, the confusion, trying to keep up in a world that's set up for poverty. And while you have this like gem of a distinct soul sound that was yours to bring here, and you've been doing it, and you surviving up until now is you succeeding. You surviving till now is you succeeding. You surviving till now is you succeeding. And this eclipse moment, it feels like it's such an opportunity to mourn everything in your earth body that had to go through everything it went through to get here and to stay here, right? It makes sense, right? And thanks for being here, guys. So right now, while we allow ourselves to cry, allow yourself to feel, honor yourself for wow, my soul was sent here to bring a very distinct frequency and song and sound. And it is in order to create the choir, the orchestra of the angelic realm, I guess, like the divine realm, in order, and through the fire that we carry within our beings, through that fire, it transmutes the darkness, and it just simply dissipates, it transmutes it into clean energy, And yeah, there's still, there's lots of different sound waves and timelines that are operating, but the more of us that hold the line and stay in our frequency, and think about it with just octaves, then you have these emotional, you have these relationships and these jobs and these things, and they might have impacted your ability to stay in tune with your soul's song blueprint frequency. So then it's ooh, pulls you down a little bit, and then you gotta transmute to get back to bing, where your key is, the one that's yours. And it's not something that you can, it's not something that you can just like explain to people, especially those of us, as you're going through the awakening journey. It's not something you even realize is happening until you're like very much in the middle of it and on your way through it. So, so then here's the thing. I'm feeling the nudge, like not only to just take that moment, allow yourself to honor yourself for everything you've been through, everything you came through to get here, to remain in the vibrational match of your divine identity. And also, the good news is that there's going to come a time where those of us who have these distinct sounds are going to find other tribe mates. And it's going to just happen like, effortlessly. And it will just be magnetization. And all of that healing work and that transmutation and that alchemy that we put in will pay off. And then the next thing is that it's also, our words are really powerful, and our words, 1212, our words are very powerful. And so it's also a good time to, right now, and in this eclipse season, to declare. I just found myself declaring these things. So if you want, you can repeat after me. Thank you, Divine Team. I choose to disconnect from every expired timeline that is no longer active. Thank you, Divine Team. I choose to, what did I just say? I choose to deactivate every timeline, disconnect from every timeline that is no longer active in accordance with my highest divine identity, in accordance with my highest timeline. Another one, I call back my soul from every expired timeline. Thank you, Divine Team. I now, in this now moment, call back the totality of my soul from every timeline, relationship, dimension that is no longer active or relevant in alignment with my highest divine timeline. I speak a hedge of protection around, I speak a wall of fire around the highest divine timeline, the celebration timeline, my divine identity, and I disconnect from any relationship, timeline, dimension, or even like thought form, narrative. And every lie, I disconnect from every lie that is no longer active, or that is not relevant, that is not true, that is not active. You get the idea. So maybe just take these ideas and run with them, and you can journal them or you can say them out loud in your own time. But the point is to take this now moment and give yourself, and like, I guess the biggest thing is like, I wanted to just speak out loud to the fact that there are people like us who have been carrying this very distinct frequency, and it's why your life never like made sense. It's why like there's some people that just live this very like straight line life, and it's like, what the heck, and then there's some of us that's like, whoa, mountains and climbing and, like confusing on every front relationally and things like that. And it's like, because you were sent to bring in it's like almost like a new frequency. I don't want to call it new because there's nothing new under the sun, but maybe we can say it's new in terms of the dispensation in which we're in, and what I mean by that is like the cultural dispensation timeline that we're all residing within culturally. See, and here's the thing. I believe that there is something going on. There's like an, oh man, are we really going to get into this? I speak a hedge of protection around this flow and around my being and my family and every person under the sound of my voice, and we're gonna get into it, okay? So it is. So here's the thing. There is an energy. You know how they just found out that underneath the pyramids there's all of these like pillars, and it's like, what? We had no idea. Like, because 1414 real quick. We had no idea. We've been we've been looking, at the pyramids, and they taught us in school with confidence about what they were and what they were about and why they were there. And it's like, and now there's this whole underground like reality. So I'm just going to use that as an example to say that there is an energetic force field that is over humanity, that is not revealing, that is not in alignment with the vibrational reality that we're all supposed to be living within. And so then there was those of us who were sent in, and I'm sure there's probably more than we know, but this is still, once you get into your earth body, you have free will choice. So there's a lot of people who are still just sleepers, and some people choose to be sleepers, just like in the Matrix. Some people just choose that. So but if you're here, you're definitely not one of those people, because I'm a weirdo. So and we talk about this stuff all the time, so there's no way that's you. But anyway, but the point is, that's why like life just seems so weird. It's because you're carrying this very distinct energetic frequency, and you've been able to maintain it despite this energetic stronghold almost that's happening over like humanity, if that makes sense. And so anyway, I genuinely believe that the words that I was given before was like the kingdom age, which is, it's liberation time. And I'm seeing like little bits and pieces of that possibility happening. And I know everybody's all freaked out in the world. I don't know why everyone's all freaked out, man. Like, why are we all freaked out? We have the tools. We know through quantum physics that we can all vibrate at a different existence, and we can just make it be that. So I'm not sure why we're all freaked out, but it does require all of us to continue staying in the game and to continue pressing on, and holding the line at that core soul frequency. So anyway, I just wanted to say, I wanted to encourage every person that is found, that this finds, and hopefully this ramble came out to make sense. It's very much like just this flow that was coming through, and the energies are thick right now, and so I'm not sure if I made any sense, but there was a very distinct frequency that you've been carrying. That's why a lot of people couldn't just match up with it, because it's not something that was like normal yet, or it's not something that has been like common. It's not common. It's unique to you. It's not common. It's not common. So it's like, that's why you can like meet people here, but then it's like, but then you still have to like protect the frequency that you were given. And then you can meet people here, but then you still have to like get back up onto the frequency that your soul resides on. And it was this weird yo-yo game for so long. And then that's also kind of why you're probably relate to being like a what are those called? Sigma anyway, whatever it is, when you're like kind of like a lone warrior pioneer, because you're carrying such a distinct frequency, not very many people can meet you there on that timeline, and so you are on that wavelength, and so you've just been there holding it. But the thing is, it's like collectively bringing up, like it's collectively allowing people to see that frequency exists. Whew, this is a hard message to pull through, but I'm really hoping that it's making some level of sense. But anyway, so remember today to honor where you've come from. Let yourself cry. Honor where you've been through, what you've been through. Lay things to rest, and then also proactively declare with your mouth that you disconnect, disassociate with, put to rest, deactivate, and call your soul back from any timeline that is like expired, like, and including relationships. Like there are relationships that are expired, but people are still like in them, because it's just like do one day after the other, just keep it going. So it's like this is the cool thing too about this, is when you say a prayer and a declaration like that out into the quantum field, you don't have to go and run and make a bunch of moves. It will like arrange things. It will point for you. It'll give you synchronicities. It will like line things up for you, and it will tell you what to do. And like, and it might not even have to tell you what to do. It might just do it for you, which is like the best part. Okay. So, honor where you came from, realize that what you carry is beautiful and unique and worthy, and it's special, and it's for a reason. All that transmuting and healing work you've done is worth it. It's collectively causing everyone to rise. hang on to that frequency and don't betray it, don't let it go for anybody. And then also make sure that you take some time to give thanks for your divine team protecting you through all of this madness that got you to this point. And then also call back your soul and your power and your voice from every timeline, dimension, relationship, realm, lifetime, and like purposely cut off from, disconnect from any that are no longer active in accordance and alignment with your highest divine identity and divine timeline. Ball of energy today. Yeah, it's like the whole realm is a ball of energy right now. So you're just with it. Anyway, be blessed, be well, be free, and I'll catch you on the next one. Let's see if I remember how to turn this off.